Okay, the great showdown. Constantly seeing comparisons between Cursor and Windsurf. So you've got Cursor AI and Windsurf AI, and whenever somebody mentions Windsurf being the tool that they use, their tool of choice, especially on Twitter or X.com, when you go down a little bit further, you're going to see some sort of comparison to Cursor and vice versa. So I thought I would check it out for myself because I've used Windsurf. I'm definitely a Windsurf girly. That's my tool of choice. But I've been meaning to test out Cursor, and I think this is a good enough reason to do it, to do my own head-to-head comparison. And if you are a Windsurf user and you're thinking about trying Cursor, then I could probably save you some time. Download for Mac. I have no idea if it's actually available just for Mac or if they are giving me this button because it knows I'm on a Mac, which is common, but I'm not going to download it. I've got it already, but let's look at the pricing of the two. So first, let's just look at the two models. So we've got they both have a free tier, which is great. So we've got free one-time trial gift on download. So you'll get 50 premium user prompts and 200 premium flow credits. And that's just the one time. So once they're gone, they're gone. So that's not every month for the free tier. But every month you will get 5 premium model user prompt credits, 5 premium model flow action credits. And I can tell you for free, those are not enough. That's not enough to do anything. That's one message and then it fills in some AI for you, another message. So 5 free premium model flow action credits and premium prompt credits is 10 in total of the thing that you really need, like the thing that makes it so good. That's not a really, but it's free. It's a free tier. It's just to test it out. And if you like it, which you will, you'll just go over to the $15 a month one, which is definitely affordable for most people. And then for Cursor, we've got something similar. We've got a perishable 2-week trial. So you get everything in this pro version for 2 weeks for the first time. So when you sign up, you get these features for 2 weeks. And then each month going forwards, you'll get 2,000 completions, 50 slow premium requests, and that's that. So similar kind of perishable upfront deal, and then you just go to your normal free stuff. But again, I can tell you for free, those 5 premium, 5 flow action credits, or even that 50, 50 is okay. But again, it's just to get you to purchase the pro plan. So $50, $500, $15, not bad. So their initial pricing, you've got $15 and $20 for the casual model that most people buy, is the most popular one. 500 premium, 15,000 model flow action credits. I still don't fully know the difference between these two because once I'm out of these and I go through these, it's pretty much the same thing. So yeah, quite confusing how they've broken everything down, but you can still use Cascade, which is their base model, to answer things for you. So you're just talking to the AI, it's just not going to edit the files for you. And I find that most people buy and use Windsurf because of its ability to check the context, the content aware feature, and then to actually edit the files and create the files for you. And it starts to get really messy when it's giving you the code and it's not really looking at the files. So it says, I can't see your page.tsx. Please give me the contents of it. And then sometimes it just doesn't know what you want to do. So I wouldn't use that. I wouldn't take that chunk of code. Unless I know exactly what I'm doing, I'm not going to take that chunk of code and replace it because I might break something. So I've used it for small things, but it doesn't replace the flow action or the premium model, the premium prompts that actually change the files for you. So that is important to know if you are just starting out and you're not sure which one to choose. If you're coming from one and switching to the other, then you're going to understand how those credits work a bit better. But generally, I'd say the thing you want is these ones here. So the user prompt credits and the flow action credits. So Cursor's version of this is 500 fast premium requests per month. And then you've got unlimited slow premium requests. So now Cursor's version of all of this is unlimited completions, which I'm going to assume is similar to the Cascade base model. And then the 500 fast premium requests per month is going to be similar to this premium model user prompt credits. And then lastly, the unlimited slow premium requests will be the equivalent to the flow action credits. So right off the bat, we can see that we've got a bit more with this extra $5 because we've got unlimited slow premium requests. So that means even once your fast premium requests run out, you've still got these and they're not going to run out. And that's been my biggest issue with Windsurf. So I'm excited to try Cursor out and see what I get with that. And then lastly, you've got the Pro Ultimate model, which is $60 per month. And then on Cursor, you've got the Business $40 per month tier. And again, I'm just going to compare the two. We've got everything in Pro, but then enforced privacy mode, not sure what that is, centralized team billing, admin dashboard, and SAML, OIDC, SSO. Some technical jargon. But it looks like that tier is really what Windsurf are doing with Teams, because admin dashboard with user stats, that's standard that we get with Windsurf. Centralized team billing. Yeah, I'm not sure if this business plan compares to this one, because you don't get any more credits in this one. These tiers, you're getting more of each of these as you go, but then you do get unlimited slow premium requests, which looks like pretty much the same as this infinite premium model user prompt credits. Different words, same thing, but it looks like you're getting something quite similar for a third of the price. So again, excited to try out Cursor and see how that plays out for me, and I might end up being a Cursor convert, who knows. So we do have Windsurf and Cursor fired up. They look very similar. Could be a bit confusing, so we can change some of these style preferences. But in case you didn't know, they are both forks of VS Code, so they look like VS Code, and then you've got this sidebar. This it looks like it's hidden. I can't remember if I done this myself or if it just comes in distraction free mode, but you can't see this. I've gone to the top where I've got file, edit, selection, view, and let's see, appearance, status bar. Let me see, primary sidebar. Okay, that's looking more like typical VS Code. Cursor, yeah, pretty much the same thing here going on. So let's go back over to view, appearance. What's the secondary sidebar? Oh, that's just that. We can get this here the same way. Oh, not that one. Cascade. Yeah. So that's called the secondary sidebar, but it's all the same. All the buttons and whatnot are the same. We've got the terminal, which is good news if you're moving from one tool to the other. If you're using Cursor and figuring out if you should move over to Windsurf and vice versa, this will be quite helpful because they are essentially the same under the hood. So let me see if we can just make them a bit different. View, back over in view, appearance, Zen mode. No, that's just the focus. We don't want that. That's cool though. Straight into it. View, appearance, and where is it? Maybe I just can't see it. I'm just looking for dark mode or something. Panel, no. I'm pretty sure there's a dark mode. So while I figure out where dark mode is, let's just go over to settings here. I'm going to close these other sidebars. Close that one as well, and we're just opening settings. We don't have that here. We've got Windsurf settings down here, and Cursor has this whole view, which is quite cool. And you can set your rules here for your general rules for all of your Cursor projects. And then of course, if you want to set rules for your individual projects, just like you do in Windsurf, you'll have .windsurf rules and then .cursor rules for your Cursor files. Editor, configure keyboard shortcuts, VS Code import, instantly use all. your extensions and settings, and you can manage your membership, upgrade from here, log out. Then we've got the different models, which is cool. It's really cool, actually. So in Windsurf, we don't have access to all of those models. At the moment, they are testing. We've got Gemini Flash, which only uses 0.25 of your credit, of the one credit that you would usually be using with Claude. You've got O3 Mini, same one credit. DeepSeek V3 and DeepSeek R1 at half the credit, but that's it for the models that we can select. In here, you can turn on and off models to show, and then you can select them if you want to use them. So Gemini 2.0, and then you can add your API keys. This is something I've been wanting to have on Windsurf for a long time because, as I said, once I'm out of my premium credits, if I go over here to plan info, I'm on the $60 a month pro plan, premium plan. I forget what it's called, but I'm out of flow action credits. It renews in 3 days, and I've also used 3,173 premium flex credits. So these are additional things I've had to pay for, additional credits I've had to pay for just to continue using Windsurf in the way that I like to use it. So with it looking at my entire content and going through everything. So if in Cursor we can just add our own API keys and continue in the same way, so not just talking to the model and using it as chat, but if we can continue in the same way, this is a huge win. So I could just add my API keys and it's going to use that, which is that would actually be quite awesome. So features, I'm not going to go through all of these, but it looks like loads of different settings, and then things that are in beta mode. So it looks like it's quite easy to just open up a folder as it is in Windsurf of your existing project, or let's see, if you want to open up from GitHub, you can clone a repository. So again, exactly the same situation here as in VS Code. Open your project, edit your existing project, all of that. So what we're going to do, we're going to start a project from scratch. I'm not going to do my documentation. I'm not going to make this crazy prompt. I'm just going to tell it to create something just so we can see the workflow. Let's say create a 2-player chess game with a scoreboard and user leaderboard. Okay, so is it going to, what I didn't do is start with a folder, which is not something you should be doing. You should definitely have a folder already, because I don't know what it's doing with these files, where it's putting them. But it just looks very similar to Windsurf, where it's creating all of these files. So to use this game, create a new directory for your project. Yes, that makes sense. No folder opened. So I created a folder, I named it Cursor Chess. My game is gone. Can I get it back? Because it told me to create a folder and then it's gone. That's strange. And that's cost me a credit. Can I just, so where did it create those files? Okay, never do that. Never do that. All right, let's just try that again. So create a 2-player chess game with a scoreboard. I forgot what I asked it now. Scoreboard and leaderboard. I don't know what it's going to create it with. Let's see, it's going to make those files again. Now, what I want to see is if it's going to just create the files for me like it does in Windsurf, because the main thing that people are going to face when they're coming over from Windsurf is how easy is it to adjust to and how much work am I doing? So I feel like Cursor is used a lot by devs to just help them on with their workflow. But if you are a no-coder and Windsurf has been semi-no-code for you because you've come from something like Lovable and Bolt and you've opened it up in Windsurf, you can still talk to the AI in the way that you could with Lovable and Bolt, and it takes what you tell it in natural language and it does the thing. Then if you're moving over to a tool that you need to hold its hand more, or you actually need to do things, then it's going to be quite a learning curve. So for me, I'm trying to figure out if this is as easy to open up and use for a no coder as Windsurf is, because it is, even though they both look similarly scary. Windsurf just creates all the files for you. Or if it's something that I would actually have to, create the file system and add things. But if I hit apply, okay, so it does. So when you hit apply, I think there's apply all. So it makes all the files for you when you hit apply or hit apply all. In Windsurf, it just makes all the files for you, and then you can hit apply to make changes to them. So still very similar. We will accept, and you have accept on Windsurf. I'm going to just open this up to the full screen because there's no point having it like that. So it's created 4 files for me, and then it's told me how to open it up and how to play it. So to make this game work, you'll need to install Pygame. So again, in Windsurf, I would be able to just hit to add this to the terminal, and I can't, but I can reply to that message, which is cool. So it puts it in a quote and then you can reply to it. So I'm going to say install it for me and see if it takes this and runs it. Okay, I'll help you install Pygame. Open your terminal command. Okay. And run this command. So it's giving me step by step, but it's not doing it for me. It's put them in code to make it. So before it gave it to me, it was just a suggestion. And now it's given it to me in a way that I can add it to the file or run it. So I'm going to run it. And then it opens up the terminal. And then I've got this little pop-up message. You may have installed Python packages in your global environment which can cause conflicts. Yes, it has and does all the time. So let's create a virtual environment. This one. So we've installed Pygame, and then is that done? And then now we're going to run this one. So it's good that you can just run the terminal commands. Again, very similar to Windsurf, but you have to do these individually, and it's not just going to run it for you. So that's the second one. Third one. And after installation, you can verify it worked by opening. So, what? I don't understand this one. So I'm going to ask it. Okay, it's explaining the whole thing to me. Okay, I don't know if it understood that. I have ran all the terminal commands. Help me start the game. Now that you have Pygame installed, let's get the chess game running. You'll need to create all the Python files we discussed. Yeah, we've got all of those. We've got all of those. And now I can just do this. I think I'm on 3. So let's give this a go. And it should open something up. Oh, error. Errors. Let me give it this. I don't have to copy this. I can just say add to chat. So oh, it's keeping the quotes. That's why. That's the problem. You need to remove the quotes once you've used them, or it's just going to stack them up. Now, this is a cool feature because we've got add context. You can add different sections to your issue. So let's say, for instance, we've got this. So if I want to add this to chat, so it's added that as context. And I also want to add the specific file for it to look at. So maybe I would click on this. Oh, that might be why I've not accepted the files. Have I done? Yep, okay. I thought I clicked accept all. So that's an issue. I'm going to, let me try and run it again, but I wanted to just explore that, which is collecting multiple pieces of information to give it more context to fix something. I think that's going to come in handy when things break or you get bugs or it says something's wrong with this page and you need to reference different files rather than having it scan the entire code base unnecessarily. You can just point it in the right direction. So again, Windsurf does have similar features to that, where you just select the code and add it to chat or reference it. But yeah, pretty decent. I'm gonna run this one more time to see if it was because I didn't accept. Yeah, wow. So that was a human error. So we've got our chess game and it made it and then it ran it. I don't know if it works. Doesn't look like it works. I don't know how to play it. But we've got scoreboard and we've got the leaderboard, and then we would just iterate. So that's a win for me. I definitely thought it was a lot harder than it actually is. I thought it was a lot different from Windsurf because when I first opened it, I tried to tell it, like Windsurf, to create this file. And because I'm used to Windsurf just saying, okay, and then just making everything for me, and then you can see it right in front of you, I thought that I had to do a lot more of the work than I actually do. So it's just a case of telling it to do the thing. It creates the files, you can see it, accept them, and then with the terminal, you're just sending the commands over one by one and then iterating in the same way that you would with Windsurf. So I'm going to be playing around with Cursor some more, so expect some more videos from me as I dive into Cursor. I'm not sure if I'll be a convert. I'm still warming up to it. It's going to take some time to warm up, but if it works out that I'm better off using Cursor just because of how much I'm spending on premium flex credits, then I may just move everything over. I may just take that leap. So if you found this video useful in any way, please drop a like, comment, subscribe. Come and join the no code agents community. The community is doing good things. It's helping loads of people. We are chatting, we are sharing resourceful information. I'm putting up loads of free things in the community. But if you are serious about going from idea to MVP, my masterclass is being released very soon, and there's also an idea to MVP mastermind that you can join. So the link is in the description. And again, this is for serious people who want to build things that actually can be shipped, published, and make money. So that's it, guys. Peace.